Hey, what's going on, guys? Chris here with Cali Moto TV. We're back in the garage. Well, we never really left. Same day, same shirt, same stuff. But we're changing out the steering damper. You know, it's funny. I got a question on Instagram. It's like, is there something wrong with the steering damper? No, the steering damper on the stock thing is perfectly fine. But what it doesn't do is allow for adjustments, and that's really what we're going for with this motorcycle, is the ability to make adjustments to match the track or wherever it is I'm riding and be very specific to make it perform the way I want to. And the start to that is using the steering damper. Now it is a nice Öhlins black line. We're going to take out the old, put in the new. Couple of caveats is I don't have all the tools I need. Like, very simply, I don't have a 5mm ratcheting ratchet and Allen adapter. I can't believe I don't have one, but I don't, so I had to order one. They won't be here till later this afternoon. So what we're going to do is we're going to install it. Still going to put some red Loctite on it and snug it down as far as we can, and then we're going to do a little torque. But again, I looked for torque specs, and Öhlins doesn't actually give any in their instruction manual, and I personally can't find any, so I'm to assume that the torque spec is good and tight. It's German, but you know, we'll see how it goes. But let's go install this thing. It's very simple. It's 2 bolts. This will be a very short video, but hey, at least you get to see it, right? Again, it's 2 bolts, very simple. I will say though that because I don't have that ratcheting hex, so now I got to use the 5mm one of these guys, and it's not the greatest, I'll admit, but it is what it is. So we'll just take this little guy out of here, move you. Take that. We'll come over here and we'll get in front of this camera and loosen it. As you can see, it is a giant pain in the ass to not have anything that ratchets because we're just hand jamming it. I can see that there's a lot of red Loctite on this particular bolt. I noticed there's not one on the other one, so I think we might stick with the same path where we don't use Loctite on this particular bolt. Keep in mind that there are these little spacers, so make sure they don't fall out and go in a place you don't want them to go. Yeah, it sucks. And it's not loose enough to where you can just do it by hand. It sticks just a little bit. Ugh, good. I must be better off using the little, the smaller one, but I didn't feel like doing that. And just like that, we have the old steering damper. See, just one little rod, and the tension is what you get because there's no adjustment to it. So now that we got the old steering damper out, the new one's here. We got the original bolt with the sleeve and then the crush washer that goes with it. This is all aftermarket. I cleaned up the threads because there is some red Loctite on here. So what we're going to do is just put a little dollop, very small dollop of Loctite ourselves. There we go, just a little bit of Loctite, nothing crazy. And we're going to just place this right in here, right there. The handlebar just a smidge to make it easier. Just spin her home. I don't like to use a lot of torque when I start to tighten things like this. I want to make sure that, you know, stuff's lined up like it should be, that we're not cross-threading anything. So doing it by the stem as opposed to the handle will help you keep your torques down a little bit. Just a little FYI, if you will. All right, so that bolt is in. Now we'll just rotate the handlebars and then install the next one. So this is stock bolt. We're not going to use that one again. What we are going to use is the new one, which that's this guy and this guy. Again, a little bit of Loctite, nothing crazy. And because this is new, we don't need to actually clean any of the threads off, which is good. But this little guy has a spacer, so let's just make sure we thread that through there. That goes through there. rotate you. We're just kind of line this up with the bike itself. Get her started. Again, you want to make sure that nothing is impinging and it just threads nice and easy with your hand to start with, because if you don't, you run the risk of obviously cross threading. And there we go. It's installed. Super simple. Now, again, read the instructions, but Öhlins suggests that you start in the go completely clockwise. So click this, you're here, click, click, all the way to the right, which is like, I think 18 clicks, and then back it off 10 clicks. So that way you're sort of starting in the middle, I guess, and go for a ride, see how it feels, and then go one way or the other. Softer is more preferred for urban, tighter is more preferred for track use. So I'm trying to go slightly to the stiffer, if you will, tighter side, because one, I don't ride the street a ton. I do ride the track way more. So give her, as I hit the other camera, some movement to make sure nothing hits, and yeah, we're good to go.
All right, so I chose a really bad time to go ride. It's stupid hot, but I want to see what this damper feels like. I'm also testing this out. So we'll see how this video looks. But again, we installed the damper. We want to go test out, see how it feels. Let's go ride. I set my steering damper to be a little more on the stiff side. So I have more clicks to the right and to the left. The idea with that is it's going to be more sharp, I guess you'd say, a little stiffer. I would say it feels a little bit sharper, a little bit more stable in these turns. Unfortunately, there's a good bit of traffic, so we won't be able to go too crazy, but I feel like the turn-in feels a little bit more instant. I'm not sure if that's the damper or just a placebo effect, if you will. Ow! Well, I got a little close to that branch, apparently. Did you all hear that shit? That's hanging out in the middle of the freaking road. Holy crap. Note to self, that branch is out there. Yeah, I think the bike feels just a smidge more flowy. Again, it could very well be a placebo effect. If you haven't seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Placebo Domingo. A little bit of fun. Yeah, it feels a little bit better. Just a little bit. Don't quite trust this road, just got freshly oiled. Nice. Well, judging through that little section there, because it's a nice transition, it feels like it darts a little bit better than what it did before the damper. So that's a plus. Whether it's the placebo, I don't know, maybe.
That was an incredibly easy install. Really short video, guys. But I hope it was fine. You find it useful and easy, because you don't need to be intimidated by stuff like this. It's, again, I don't have all of the right tools, and we're still able to get it done, and done well and correctly. So, like, comment, subscribe. If you know the torque specs to these, leave a comment down below. I imagine it can't be much more than like 2 or 5 Newton meters or 3 inch-pounds or something ridiculously low like that. But yeah, give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video when we're installing the tail tidy from NRC. See ya.